If you're new to the cryptocurrency space, you could be pretty overwhelmed by the sheer amount of technical jargon and just generally how things work. So we wanted to have a video series where we put things in very simple, clear layman's terms. I want to present some very simplified examples so that you can wrap your head around some of these concepts. I feel like when people are able to easily wrap their head around a concept without a lot of industry jargon, they're much more responsive and able to grasp those things so that they can move forward, learn some of those things, and become much more comfortable in this space. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain these things to you like you're 10 years old. And so for this first video, I want to talk about what is an exchange. So I want you to be able to sort of wrap your head around what an exchange is and what is the difference between a centralized and decentralized exchange. An exchange is just simply a marketplace. It's really no different than like going to the store. You know that the things that you need, that you want to buy and, well, in this case, buy and sell, are at this place where people meet to do those buying and selling. So I want to give you an example of a marketplace that you can easily understand. So let's just set up a scenario where you live in a neighborhood and you are the only house in the neighborhood that has a backyard pool. And after much discussion, your community decides that your house, your pool, would be the perfect place for people in the community to buy and sell buckets of water. So there's going to be two things that we need to make this marketplace successful and to facilitate seamless transactions of buying and selling. For one, we're going to need a store, a cache of water, buckets of water, and then we're also going to need something to pay for it. So we already have the pool, so we can add buckets of water to that, and then we need something to trade for it. So in this case, let's just say that we have a basket of $1 bills, and we're just going to say that each bucket is worth $1. So in this exchange, to set it up and to have it run smoothly, what we should have equal amounts of those assets. So we should have about the same number of dollar bills as there are buckets of water. Because if somebody came in and we only had $1 in the basket and we had 10,000 buckets of water, if somebody came in that wanted to say sell 10 buckets of water, there's only $1 in the basket. So of course, as buyers come in, if somebody comes in with 2 buckets of water and they dump it into the pool, they want to essentially sell those buckets of water. They're going to dump that into the pool and they're going to take $2 out of the basket, and vice versa. If somebody is buying buckets of water, they're going to scoop out of the pool 2 buckets of water and they're going to put $2 into the basket. This is why you see cryptocurrencies listed on exchanges in pairs. You'll usually see something like Bitcoin USD. And this is wise because you need to have something to pay for that asset. So you have Bitcoin over here and USD on this side. And you can exchange them either way. So because there is more money or there's more dollar bills in the basket than there are buckets of water, what happens is the water becomes more expensive. As people buy in an unproportionate amount, that asset tends to go up, and just the reverse happens. So if a lot of people are selling, the dollar bill in the basket goes down while the water in the pool goes up, making it less expensive. The less expensive part is attracting new buyers. In the case of a decentralized exchange, you as a homeowner being a part of the community, this is just simply a meeting place where people can interact and they get to the gate and they just go through the gate. This is a trustless system that you read the rules and you abide by the rules and you go in and buy and sell water. There's no over overlaying entity that is controlling that. It's just community. So which of the exchanges is a better exchange for you as a crypto investor? Well, it sort of depends, because we typically like to use central exchanges to onboard and offboard money, fiat currency, being able to get that back to your bank or get it onto the system. But we like to use the decentralized exchanges to actually swap tokens. And the reason that we like the decentralized exchanges is just there's more variability. There's the big centralized exchanges like Coinbase only carry a few assets. Well, not just a few assets. They just don't carry everything that a decentralized exchange carries. So in that regard, the decentralized exchange is far superior. The other big advantage to dealing with a decentralized exchange is that you actually have authority over your own wallet. You control the keys. In a centralized exchange like Robinhood or Coinbase or Kraken, you enter in a password, but that exchange holds your keys. So, for example, at some point, what happens if Coinbase went bankrupt? What happens if Coinbase, for some whatever reason, decided to freeze your assets? There's really little you can do about that. But if you have custody and authority over your own keys, your own wallet, there's nothing they can do about it. So hopefully this gives you a little bit of insight into what a market is and the difference between a centralized and decentralized market, and the importance to having custody, self-custody of your own keys to your own wallet. So until next time, this is our first video. We're wanting to make a lot more of these just so that we can really explain these sorts of things to you very simply so that you can wrap your head around it.